Maybe we don't go on the horse. Maybe we just do the leisurely stroll. The horse is kind of weird. Hey, Kizron, how you doing, man? We talked to the dude and tell him we didn't need his help. He doesn't want to talk to us. There's also something about the horse that doesn't actually, it feels a little, almost like the horse is sliding. What's this? Millar's diary. People say I need a diary to remember what happens. Miller will write every day. Forgetted to write yesterday, don't remember what happened. Played with Daisy today. Today I catched fishes. Daisy likes fishes, can't remember it all. Forget to write yesterday. Find an empty barrel today. Smells like beer. Who drinked it all? Ruckus from Village visit today. Want to take Daisy. Ruckus from Village visit again. Take Daisy. Gived gold. I buy lots of beer. Forget to write yesterday. Didn't remember what happened. Can't find Daisy. Right. So that just proves that Miller did sell Daisy to dude. So we did the right thing. Sorry, Miller, you are crazy. Wouldn't have sold Daisy for beer. The, oh, what's this? Battle. Part of a quest. We'll do it anyway. We'll check out our new, I think we've got the giants in there. We do. We still have the archers because we've got the archer rings. But I really want to... Oh man, I wish we had more than one giant. We've got to get the giant leveled, get him kills.
What happened to the kid?
Here you go, Brand.
Look, man, don't patronize me. I can do this. I just need to collect myself first and... Oh, who am I kidding? I'm a loser. A nothing. A slug.
What's this you're cooking? With a dash of self-accusation and a spoonful of despair?
Damn it. I was planning to marry her and settle down, build a cozy house, have some kids, but that misbegotten goat Cleaver kidnapped my love, Marlena. He says I'm a service gang 3 more years before he'll allow me to retire.
That's a tough break. How do you intend to rescue your betrothed?
I've been thinking on the problem through the night. Maybe I'll sit down in this very puddle to think more clearly.
Cleaver is a daring fellow. I think you'd best have a palaver rather than try and teach him a lesson.
But you don't know Cleaver. If I defy him, he'll gut me on the spot and feed me to the pigs. Yes, I'm gonna sit here and think on this a while longer.
You do that. Maybe we'll go rescue your betrothed and she'll become our betrothed. You there. The license for that fire?
I'd have climbed down there and slit their throats long ago. We've been told to observe, so we're observing. Yeah.
Can I observe? What are we looking at?
Well, I feel sorry for those.
Oh, we've been down there.
Sit here, so we're sitting here. Sitting here, staring. Call it a night.
I think it's time to fight. To arms, men. Yeah, and that intro music. People's Altar. And 5 arcane knowledge. Wait. I just took something off. Wait. Okay. No. How do I get to my arcane knowledge? the way I get to the statistics. There we go. Grants ability to research and upgrade spells and mana used in combat. Okay. Where are we going? Is that something we can loot? There's the battle. See how big boy giants go in there? Well, we've only got one. We have big boy giant. Maybe he can go up against the bear. I think that's going to be the plan. Giant versus bear. Okay. 6 wolves against 4 wolves. What are those? That's like a griffin? It is a griffin. They take extra fire damage. That shouldn't. They should take less fire damage, right? Always counterattacks when hits by enemies. Oh, it gets a 3 crit and 10 damage after taking damage. So you want to hit it with big hits, not lots of little hits. Fire damage vulnerability. Yeah, I thought griffins... I want bears and stuff too. They also take more fire damage. Oh, they've got 10 wolves all up. Okay. Okay, first things first, how far can they travel? Griffin's got good reach. Wolves have good reach. Alright, so who's got the chunkiest hit points? They're 310. It's a lot of damage from the wolves, but we should be able to whittle them down, because there's 4 of them in there. Wolves at 83, the griffin at 340, and those wolves at 60. So the group of 6 wolves only have 6 health each. 60 health each. 4 have more, so we can whittle those ones down more. We probably want... So we need... We either need to take out one of those or take out the griffin, and I don't think we're doing both. Bears are going last, and if we put our giant there, he can go up there and we can guarantee tying up the bears with the giant. So that's what we're doing. Because they'll be able to take the 2 steps and block the path from the bears. The griffin is moving first, so we get to dictate what happens with that. And then we should be able to wait on the wolves. They'll move up and we can attack into them to reduce numbers, and they'll move up. So we need to hold our early turns. Which means our first turn will be from archers and then militiamen. I think we're going to want the militiamen to go up. Those wolves have the 80 hit points. Okay. So I want to have them go up into that pack of wolves. Yeah. And they're there. So let's get these guys to there. I want the archers to have good range. Be able to step around. Okay, we don't want to put anything there. I think we're holding the eagle's turn as well. Yep. So eagles can hold. Hero influences the battle using spells, scrolls from the Book of Magic. Normally you can only use one magic per round. I don't want to use magic right now. I wonder if I should. We should at least look at it. Can hasten something. You can just burn something. Actually, burning damage isn't too bad right now. I wonder if we put that on the bears. I don't want to put it on the griffin. What do we have? Healing. Armor buff's pretty good to use if you're going to go into attack. Summon a clay golem. Put down a burning ray. We've got a bunch of them. Who's going here? We're going to hold this turn. They'll move forward, which is good. They're running back, which is great for us. Okay, you guys are going there. And then defensive. Archers to clean house. I wonder if we can take the griffin down. We had spearmen, we probably could have. I'm burning, I should have gone burning. They can sit there. That's a really good attack. Let's buff them though. I actually want them to go here and attack the griffins. That way these wolves don't get a free pass around the back. That one to be weaker for their forward attack. Yep. Can they do it from there? That's fine. Weaken that one by a lot or almost take that one out. But they got, those have 4 left, which are going to do an average at 20 each, so 80 damage. They have 176 hit points each. I think we've got more than half. The other one doing 92 at most. So that one should be alive. So I'd rather take these ones down. If I do that, it means my rock dude can't come through and maybe get another kill. I don't know if he's going to though. So we'll just, I think that's a better option then. Oh, he'll get to come through because they won't be there. Because it's an attack and withdraw. That's really good. Except they decimated them. They have the health. They've got the health to do that attack and not take a loss. The birds. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter who gets the kill here. They're both high levels because we've had both the militiamen and the wolves for a long time. He just heals. So good. I'm gonna feed him this kill too. I want to get as much experience under my troll as possible, so I've got to make sure he gets it. No one dead. $44 of 120. Yeah, nice. We got to get that to the stage where we have 2 trolls there. It's going to be amazing. And at some stage, we're probably going to get rid of the archers. Might be when we take in the other troll. The other trolls, then they buff each other because the trolls have the bonus for other groups of trolls in the army. Where's this loot? This could be good loot, right? How do I get... So we've got this loot that's hidden away, which seems for that purpose should be really good, right? Is it actually going to be really good though? Oh, there's a barrel there. Bonus loot. Haha. Sneaky. I'm not going to be able to get across. Oh, there's a shrine over there. Okay, so this has to come down from... Oh, from there. It's going to come down that way and then up. Alright. I'm stuck. Don't be stuck. Be stuck, dude. Dude. Don't you get stuck on terrain? There you go. You have a good drink, boy? let's go. So I think I found out how we get that, whatever it's going to be. And then we'll head up. Warmaster Khan, you've arrived. How you doing today, dude? Our troll just went 1v2 against a pair of bears. Held them back from doing any other damage to anyone. We did fire them with arrows first. Or a scorching ray. You know there. Probably going to want to get across to there, but... You doing alright? Little sore, you slept weird. That's the worst of it, you'll take it. It's a great attitude, man. If that's the worst of it, okay. Silver box, some mana, and some gold. Mana's weird. It's it's just a currency. Wait. How do I get up to there? Is this a buy, watch, or avoid? This is a really tough call. It's definitely not an avoid. I'm enjoying it. But I think on different levels. I don't know if I would play this if I wasn't streaming it. It gives me a really good chance to talk about it and keep up with chat. And get excited about different units. But I don't think I would have that if I was just playing it by myself. You know, it almost reminds me of back in the days when, you know, when Bachelor Panz and the boys, and we had all our computers in the dining room. It was closest to the fridge and the only room that was big enough without a TV in it. You know, and you'd play it where where the other two would, you know, be doing something else, and they'd look over and go, "What's going on there?" Or you'd be able to, you know, share the experience, kind of the way that three people then basically get to play one game with only one person having to play it. What I've played, there's nothing wrong, nothing bad, but it's very slow. You know, walking around and exploring is slow. The storyline moves slowly. I like the combat. And maybe it's just because my strategy game background, it's definitely very strategy light. There's, like, if you want to, there'd probably be some cool YouTube runs coming up from some really smart people that do, like, no knockout runs. That'd be kind of fun to see, but it could also be something very simple to produce because you just save it before each combat and, you know, keep going till you have a no knockout, you know. But it's not that hard. We just had a no knockout fight. Not that tough to do. Is it slow or is it plodding? Yeah, a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Right? It's got this weird combination where it's stress-free. No, it's not rough though. And that's where it's weird, right? Like I said, I can't... I can. I'm not going to. Well, and I wouldn't. I don't think it's fair. No, I'm not complaining about it the way it is. It's just a little awkward. But because of the way it is, I'm okay with that. But it also makes it really hard to, like, if you enjoy that sort of thing and you like the slower pace, you like the story seems all right. The main story seems good. The side quest stuff is typical side quest stuff. The refugees are in the way. We need to move them on. Oh, we're not leaving until you feed us. Okay, I've got to go find some food for you from somewhere. Makes sense. The main story's got this, you know, it'll kick in. And I'm sure the main story would have gone quicker, but I'm having side quest-itis, right? Main story's got added slowness because I am choosing to go do side quests to get stronger so I can be stronger. Which I do think a little bit of it is needed, but we'll probably find ourselves over-leveled, and hopefully the experience gain gets, gets retarded to and slowed down to, you know, stop us from just running away with it. It's really important that games with experience do that. Otherwise, if that experience level isn't balanced and you keep up that fast pace, you can get way overpowered. But I like the combat model. I love hex-based fighting, and I often wonder, is it more because as a developer, you know, I just appreciate. I hate square-based attacks because you get line of fire, like single line or a cone of attack, and it just seems, you know, why can't I hit someone that's 2 squares across and 1 square's up? You know, why does everything have to? Why does the line have to be vertical or horizontal? Hey Valkyrie, how you doing? Hey Timnos, King's Booty. The other thing, the big pro, the game has god tier level beard scene. Right? Everyone's got glorious beards. Remember that scene when the boys get into the club in A Night of the Roxbury, and a very, very young Will Ferrell is all sup, and the guy that ended up not being anything, he's like, dude, you've got to pace yourself. He's like, sup, 2, 3, sup. That's how I feel about the beard game in this. Just everywhere. Look at the beard. Dwarven beard. Yeah, and I was like, Emilio! Yeah, I'm good, thanks, man. So I think the game's got a lot of promise. One of the things that does hold me back from just straight up saying, yep, I'm enjoying it enough to put a recommendation on it, apart from all the little things that are stopping it from actually getting to that gaming score level for me, and it's close. It does have a hefty price tag. So that then it you know, personal ability to buy games, being mileage may vary, finances, stuff, individual. You guys put that into a sentence for me, please. Are we ringing the bell? I think for some people it will have higher replayability. Do we ring the bell and oh no, the golem's going to do the work, I think. There is options to, like in the achievements as well, for playing and getting maximum points in each of the 4 categories here. For doing builds where, you know, if you want to go through the story with the anarchy down in the bottom left, to get those points. So we have 6 in order, 4 in power. That's because those are the story points we've picked. Right? Early on in the game, you can pick an anarchy point, which then probably leads to being able to pick more. I think certain choices you only get if you have a certain level. So later in the game, there'll be anarchy options we won't be able to choose because we're not taking any of the anarchy routes. So we'll have to take the other route. Which then locks into the skills you can buy. To get the second tier skills that are locked, you have to have 8 points. And that's not... And at first I thought they were spent points, like spend points in the thing. It's not. You've got to earn the points from making those choices in the story to move up. So there's potentially extra replay there to see how certain side quests fill out, but it's going to have the same main story. But if you're filling out points in Anarchy, you're going to be playing with an Anarchy team, and you might just want to play through for that. But then here comes the back and forth. The combat is far between. Even if you do rush through it and don't do as much gathering around as I've been doing, it's still been, you know, I'd like to see a little bit more combat in there. You know, don't give as much experience for it, have it more often. Don't make it cost as much to repair. And then, you know. A lot of scrolls though, and books, plenty of books. Lots of Panz book in chat yesterday. My sweet prince, this morning we passed by Castle Irock, and I thought I could see you in the courtyard beyond the gates. I was so delighted, my heart paused in its beating, and then started up again with disappointment. Of course it wasn't you, just someone with golden hair, like yours, glistening in the sun. Father went by the high road while I asked to make a detour to the lumberjack village to sell some of our fresh cabbage. I'm ashamed to say I lied to my father. In reality, I followed a different road to leave this letter for you. Your poor folly. Hey, Keisenchi, how you doing? We're supposed to be here for somewhere, but I think we're supposed to be up there for somewhere. Something. Yeah, I'm going with we're supposed to be up the top. Where's the fast travel? Oh, man. Horse? Horse? I think what would be really good for this, especially, I wouldn't like it for a first playthrough, but a mod I would like to see if I wanted to do a second playthrough just to play other combats and other talent choices would be a move speed mod. Alright, so my dude could get around quicker because, man, he is slow. And to go with that, a bigger loot radar. The loot radar is pretty good, but you do have to get reasonably close to things. Like, these ones haven't shown up, and I don't know if it's because we're on the horse. So I don't know if loot will show up if we get on. I'm just going to try and see if I can trigger it. Yeah, okay, so you can trigger it on the horse, but you've got to get really close. And a bigger beard mod. No, there's no jumping. I'm okay with not having jumping in a game, but I think you need to get the... I was going to say the geometry. The geologies need to be better. Because there's been some times where I've almost gotten stuck and I'm like, man, I hope I don't have to load up because I haven't saved for a little while. But yeah, I think the loot radar probably needs to be a little bit higher as it is, and maybe, I don't know. Like, I don't want the game to give it away to me and say, here's loot right over here. But I think, and it's hard to find that balance. It's at a good place, but I think just in combination with how slow it is and moving around, you know, I'd like a little tweakage there. For multiple playthroughs. For one playthrough, I think it's working just fine. Okay, we can't get through there. Oh man, okay, so it would have been better fast traveling. I think the game is far from modding because it just came out. It's irrelevant. It depends on how big the need is and how active anyone's interested. Lots of games get day 1 mods, or day 2 mods, especially for simple things. KCD had a mod that came out in 4 hours that allowed you to save anywhere because the developers didn't want people saving anywhere. But they put an in-game item that allowed you to save anywhere, but it made you drunk. In fact, the whole game sort of wanted your character to be drunk most of the time. I guess that because it was sort of accurate on the time depiction they were trying to put the world in.
Where are you going? Who taught you to drive?
And people basically said, no, we don't want to have to play as a drunk character. And we want to be able to save anywhere. Because the saving in the game was so far between, it was pretty bad. The checkpoints were just really bad. Yeah, that's the thing too. Well, the game is open world. But not really. You could definitely get behind it and argue to someone and probably win if you yell loud enough that it's open world. It does hit certain technicalities or whatever to say, yeah, it does this. But having singular forking branches that go one way, reach a dead end, and force you back onto the main path, and not have like lots of open things, like different things to do. Really good example, like we're playing Horizon Zero Dawn at the moment. You can go off anywhere and do a bandit camp. You can go off and do a cauldron. You can go grab some side quests, do the Hunter's Lodge, hit the main quest, run some errands. And you can, and the world design is in a way that if you follow the main progression story path, that sort of slowly increases in level, and enemies around that increases level as you get further from the beaten path. So you do have some stuff near the early game that is much higher level than off the beaten path in the mid game, because you can go further off the beaten path in the early game and get past that. This is just a series of, sort of
Tell me,
just
are there any wealthy
branching
knights around
trees.
these
It doesn't have
parts
that.
whose retinues I might join?
What
You know what I
can
mean?
do?
You can't. You could probably go
I
off
know
and find a
siegecraft.
side quest somewhere
I've
along the
served
way,
both
but
as
you're
a
going
foot
to
soldier
go
and
past
an
a whole bunch of
infantry.
others to get there
There's one noble
without
lord
hitting
here,
different
Farad.
types of things.
He's hiring crossbowmen right now.
I don't know anything about crossbows, but how long does it take to learn?
Quite a while, unfortunately. If you try to learn quickly, he'll be no crossbowman. Just a danger to your fellow.
A new tablet for my golem. What a great gift. Could it be that someone helped Jackard with his precious press? High time, I say.
Yeah,
Jackard says
I've
that
done
this
2
one will
cauldrons.
last longer.
Oh, he's an expert at making promises. He promised ages ago to mark which end goes into the golem. Yeah, I know it can only go 2 ways, but it never seems to work until my 3rd try.
Do you want me to help you?
Like a USB stick.
No, never mind. I'd better do it myself. Extra sturdy or not, these tablets are still quite fragile. Actually, I believe I'll wait for the current one to wear out completely, since now I have a spare.
Need to freeze that dude? No. I think the issue... I think freeze arrows are the better option, and then you're actually getting freeze damage in.
Tell me,
So if you
are
were
any
just going
wealthy
pure
knights
damage, you'd
around
probably
these
have to...
parts
You would
whose
have had to shoot him
retinues
100
I might
times.
join?
But obviously you're going to try to break
I
the
know
gullet or
siegecraft.
the thing on
I've
his
served
back.
both as a foot
I
soldier
think
and
they
an
called them like the
infantry.
flame sacks
There's
or
one noble
something.
lord
And then
here,
that creates an
Farad.
explosion
He's
which does a
hiring
lot of damage.
crossbowmen right now.
I don't know anything about crossbows, but how long does it take
At the
to learn?
end, it
Quite a
was... I
while,
was using the rope caster to tie him
If you
down,
try to learn
and...
quickly, he'll be no crossbowman. Just a danger
And I was
to your
using
fellow
freeze
man.
bombs, but they're not really... They were freezing him, which was allowing me to rope tie him down, and then tying him down was allowing him to freeze him, but it wasn't really doing anything. What I should have been doing was either freezing him and then doing lots of damage, or tying him down and doing lots of damage. We eventually did kind of a mixture of both. But I think freeze arrows are the better option, because you get the freezing with some damage on that back sack while being at range, whereas the freezing slingshot was really slow and wasn't doing much damage. But it worked out at the end. And then we went on and did a different cauldron.
Tell me,
Are there any wealthy knights around these parts whose retinues I might join?
Oh, we got a shroud spell.
I know
Panz
siegecraft.
book. We
I've
got some
served
Panz
both
books
as
in
a
chat.
foot soldier and an infantryman.
Phlegius's Chronicles on King Maximus's wars, Legatus Labian's deeds during the war with elves, Part 1. A year after Morkolt's defeat, King Maximus sent his ambassadors to the elves in Caethan. He offered an alliance against the Dukes of Rigan and the dwarves. A foul rumor suggested Maximus overcame his legendary distaste for elves for one selfish reason. He had no hope of winning the war in the north without elven archers, famed Antara-wide for their marksmanship.
A crusade against the elves? Sounds curious. I don't know much of anything about the tactics they used.
Yeah, so we still don't have freeze arrows. I'm going to have to... I need to buy a warbow. Okay, so we can head across to there. I've got a couple fights though. I'll head across to here first. Whoop. It's funny because I honestly think I could avoid right now going around and finding all little chests and stuff, but I enjoy that. So one of the things though we have talked about is when you're playing a game to a certain point, might just take that combat. And it happens a lot in open world games especially, but games with lots of side quests and things, where you get to the point of the game where you no longer want to engage the enemy because you've been running around doing that for so many side quests and everything else, and you're ready for main quests. You're like, I just don't want to fight anymore. I've all fought out. Oh, we're not going to be able to do this because we're not magic enough. We are magic enough. Oh, that's right. We hit that shrine that gave us 5 arcane knowledge. Right, because combat is so sparse in this, I don't think you'd ever get to the stage where you're like, I don't want to combat anymore. I just want to go collect stuff and finish quests. Okay, where's the scroll gone? There's a reading scroll, not a magic spell. Okay, we still have a missing chest. Up? Oh no, there it is. You found it, chat. Don't you worry. I was only able to buy one. No, I didn't buy any golems. The golems are finesse, but I have a troll. Oh wow, these are going to get slaughtered. They do have 2 bears though. That'll be fine. Alright, the bears are going last. What have we got? We've got our griffins and then our wolves get to jump in. They have a total of 180 health. So we'll just destroy them, which is great. And they've got dogs. They've got 2 dog packs. 3 dogs each. 80 health each. Yeah, okay. And then we'll let the bears go. We'll let our dude go get them. So if the bears can only move 2 at a time, we might want to... Let's get you out in front. I'm worried about the dogs coming up the middle, though. Put you there. Wolves are going there. Archers at the back. And you guys can take that spot. And then we may or may not get the griffins involved. Actually, I do want to get the actually the eagles involved. Let's put you there. No, I want you coming around the side. So come in from there. Okay, eagles can wait. Wolves are gonna strike and return. Oh, they're going now. Oh, no, so troll. Let's give him this kill. From here. Right, that also blocks off the bear path. And he heals after his turn, so we don't care if the bears come in and attack him. He heals at the start of his turn. Let's fire arrow them. And they can see. And then I'll give the eagles the kill. Armor them up and not do anything, I think. Because I don't want the bears attacking them. Eagles can pass. You guys can pass. You can heal. I love how trolls heal at the start of the round, man. That's so overpowered. I don't want to risk them getting a kill. How close are these guys to bleeding out? Yeah, fine. Wait, did they take down my golem? No way. Oh. Okay, well that's what you get for being greedy, Panz. I'll have to pay to heal him up. I didn't think he was that low. Hey Saint Bar, how you doing? Panz miscalculated. I guess there is two of them attacking. No, we had the bear go... The bear went 2 on... Our troll went 2 on 1 against bears before. What happened? Don't know. Oh, I'd set them on fire, so I think they were weaker, and he was able to go in on the first turn and kill one. Oh yeah, he's got a chance for a crit too, so that could have happened. He definitely went in and on his first attack killed one because it was weakened. And so then he was really 1v1. Because when you go in and attack, you attack first, and you don't take return damage if something's dead. So I got to pay to bring him back, but it's alright. Panz punished. I think the plan was to go around to there, but there is combat here. There is just so much to explore, which is good. I like it. But there's so much to explore. Units gain XP based on kills.
Oh.
Alright, so whoever gets the killing blow on, and I don't know if it's the final killing blow on the field, or if it's, if there's partials for, like if there's 2 units in a squad and you split it, or if it's just whoever gets the final killing blow on an entire squad. Did I meet a fight already where I get hard counted by doing only physical damage? No. But I do have more than just physical damage, so I probably won't get hard counted like that. World map, Dragon Age 3 vibes? Yeah. I can see that. How you doing, Dan? Oh, look. Cheeky. You want to wear a peasant's vest? I think so. What's going on over here? No, the avatar is like a general, but your stats translate directly to your units. I'm pretty sure in the original series, your dude was a unit to some extent. Has anyone played the original King's Bounties? I've got them. I paid tribute one like summer sale or winter sale on Steam. Got a bundle. It was like ridiculously priced. I'm like, yep. I probably got an email too saying, hey, bunch of games you've wish listed are on sale. And I'm like, yep. And then I think I mentioned it, I would have mentioned on chat, say I got these, and there would have been oh, when are you going to play that? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. Surely we'll find time soon.
Hey, help me!
Yeah,
Somebody save
that's
me.
probably it for me, is the slow movement.
I've done nothing wrong.
Shut up, Squirmy.
Enough of
Hans
that
book.
caterwauling.
Flagius chronicles on King Maximus's wars, Legatus Labian's deeds during war with elves. Part 2. The spiteful elven leader Angus not only recalled Maximus's remarks on elven arrogance and villainy, but also deemed the proposed alliance disadvantageous to his people. Enraged by this rejection, Maximus invaded Caerthurn with every soldier in his command. The king's justification for military action was pathetic in the extreme. Elven cattle had trampled a Nostrian field the night before. The Nostrian army, with many more cavalrymen than their foes, very quickly captured Lana, the lowlands of Caerthurn. Some of the elven troops were slaughtered while the rest scattered into the woods to plot their revenge. Labian commanded 500 knights and 2,000 mounted crossbowmen to invade the sacred Sonolan forest. There, the vanguard of his forces fell into a cleverly organized ambush. Not one of them survived. Labian learned a new lesson that day: to act with circumspection. You played the original Sega game. Nice. Yeah, I don't know if that one got ported or if Sega put it out for Steam.
Hey, help me! Somebody
I've seen a fair bit of it being played. It was one of the reasons why I was really interested. Watching other people play it. And a streamer friend of mine who drinks as much as he swears, and he's Australian, so there's lots of drinking and swearing. And he was save scumming to buggery. It was so funny. Oh, we got a recruiter. Oh, we can have bears. Okay, we get rid of the archers. Does mean that our rings become... Why did I get rid of my things? You get back in there. Wait, did I just sell them? Did I not heal my troll? Oh, okay. So, we've learnt something. You cannot heal a unit that is completely down. He drinks as much as he swears. I don't need to mention that he's Australian. I do. What if he's someone who doesn't, from a background that doesn't swear, which would mean then he drinks nothing and swears nothing. Yeah, what if he was a quiet little old man who... Why do I have friends like this? Anyway, he drinks profusely and swears to... No, swears the other way. Doesn't matter. He drinks and swears a lot. And harshly. And strongly. Alright, we need to go back and get our troll. Because I've just realized that we don't have one. Because you cannot... Looks like you can't heal a completely defeated team. Right, so there's a reason to not let a team die out. They can't be healed if they're gone. Which could be a reason not to put out teams that have only one person. However, I do want to buy bears, I think. And I can use an extra wolf because they leveled. Either that or I didn't heal up my team last time. But I don't remember being down archers. I definitely want bears though. Or do we want heavy crossbowmen? I feel like I want bears though. Especially since I can have 2 of them. They don't actually hit very hard. I mean, they... I mean, compared to these guys who hit for average of what? Let's go with 40 just to underestimate them. They hit for 160. Okay. But there's the fact that you can have 4 of them makes the big difference. But as soon as one of them goes down, you start doing less damage. I want that troll back. But then I don't have... Actually, let's... My ring... I've got these 2 rings that give bowmen more damage. And I wonder if crossbowmen fit into that. Okay, now we have higher morale too. %, chance to gain an additional turn. It's not very high. Wait, you've got more crossbowmen. Why can't I? He doesn't have any available. There's an insignia? Oh, yeah, it's the archer insignia versus melee. Okay. All right. Let's see how we go with this team. I kind of want the trolls.
Hey,
But only having one on a squad's
somebody
dangerous.
save me! I've done nothing wrong.
Shut up,
What are you doing?
Squirmy.
What's going on here? Who's that in the cage?
And Brooke?
We caught a thief is
Oh.
all. Little Weasel's been stealing food from our cellar. Says he's Hugo, Harsh George's son. That's the headman of Rickville. Believe it or not, the boy begged me not to tell his father. We should tell George about this sneak. That man knows how to solve a problem.
I am actual broke, yeah. I should sell some stuff. Where's a vendor?
Me, I'd hand him over to the guards, but let's see what George says first.
Yeah, we should do some stuff. We should take this fight, I think. That way I can see how we go. And then
course, anyone can know.
find a vendor, sell some stuff, do the other quest things. Get sidetracked by walking up here. Slowly walking up here.
Have you heard? Felicia's son sent her another gift.
Lucky Falcia. A hard-working husband and a son in the guard.
The guard.
Finding loot. Man, I'm broke. I do have lots of goods to sell though. No longer broke. But pretty close to broke. We're close to broke. Close broke. I thought that was a chest. I saw the gold. I'm like, I'll get that loot before I do this fight. That is the fight. It's a golem. Alright, these ones have 100 hit points each. They have 200. These guys are tough. The wind guys were worse though. They got 100 hit points each, so we can knock them out pretty quickly. So we're going last, which I don't think's a bad deal, because nothing else can kind of make the distance. So we actually get to choose then and go first. They take extra magic damage. Right, that means takes damage from magic. Magic damage vulnerability, yeah. So it'd be nice if we had more magic, but I'm okay with what we've got. A 10% chance for an extra turn. That's where it's at. So I actually want to hold on our turns. Oh, we definitely want you guys at the back too. Probably want you guys there. Let's go. Hold the birds. And the wolves. Oh, I can't get through. Explosive bolts do. Immobility buff. Probably not. defended, we'll do it from there. Good. I'm gonna hold the bears. Those militia have defensive buff for this turn, so that brings the golem to here, which means the bears can go through and get that attack. Worried about the birds being there, but they get to go first next turn. Key difference, I have a sword. Yeah, usually the key difference is I have a beard, but everyone's got a beard. I'm just gonna push them to there, and they're not gonna have a turn. Get in there, bears. That's fine. We might get a kill, we definitely won't lose a bird. No, we don't run that through. The wolves get up for a striking back. There is healing magic, yes. It's limited. And then... you guys can see it. Bears can get the kill. Hey, we lost no one. Good. Yeah, I guess the other thing too is, in reality, we're walking around with, talk to the thief. Hang on. In reality, we're walking around with, like, bears and eagles and militia and wolves. Did the eagles get any experience in that one just then? Because they got a couple of individual kills without finishing anything off.
If the headman is your father, why do you fear him so much?
Look, Dad found me a cushy job in the magistrate's office in the capital. But I shirked my duties, so they fired me. I was too afraid to return home. My father's awful strict. He beat me into a whole new shape. So I became a vagabond and ended up stealing food because I was so hungry.
What do you propose? That I set you free?
Give this medallion to my mama. Her name is Cora. She'll know what to do. Help me out and I'll give you something nice. You have my word.
Yeah, so whether it's the final killing blow of a squad or individual unit killing blows, but it's definitely to do with actual kills. Oh, there we go. Arcane knowledge and 1 resistance. No. Resistance 1, health 2. Let's compare. Okay, so same health, resistance, which is against magic instead of armor, which we've less of that. Not enough gold. I wonder what slot that goes in. Actually, let's sell all of our trash. Okay, now I have enough gold. Magic and arcane knowledge. That goes in the common item slot, and we've got our 2 crit 3 health. Yeah, sorry, dear. Have I got on the stuff that I want to have on? I think I put this on. I put this. Should have had that on. Oh, I definitely should have had that on. Give me that. Hugo's medallion. Sell it for naught. There you go. Now we're rich. Now we can buy more stuff. Give me more stuff. I want to buy more stuff. I think have you got more stuff? So before it was saying they weren't available, but I think it's because we had no money. Right. So we can put this over here with power balance, but we don't need any power balance stuff. So that doesn't even help us. That's a natural one though. So at 3 points, we can either have more turn 1 combat, which is, I almost like, we hardly get hit on turn in the first round of combat. I almost want to take that out and put it in experience. I want to level that one. Give me. No. Let's actually I'm going to put in experience. Let's reset. Alright, let's go there. That one's damaged, so that one's definitely going there. I may as well have one lot of... Do we even just keep the points? In case we do get... Come on, okay, that's so... Protection? We could use one of these ones. Victory reward. Cash reward. Allied units damage increased for each wounded member. When dealing damage, allied unit has a 25% chance to remove a random buff from target enemy and apply buff to itself. Sure. I wonder if I can... How often can you redistribute talent points? Maybe you only get one free respec. Huh. How often can you respec? Can you inherit a debuff as well? I doubt it. It says buff. That would be bad. Oh god. This interface is really, really bad. It's really hard to get things to move across. It goes to 50%. I think I'll save the point and spend it there. Stealing a buff's pretty good. Alright, what else do we have to do? Nothing, we're going up to here. Let's go. A debuff is a buff with a negative effect. It's still a buff, right? Not if the game calls them buffs and debuffs. It's not. And separates them in... So I'm going to go no. In this game, definitely not, because... No, maybe I'm going to retract that. I thought these were buffs and debuffs, but they're not. They're passive skills and active skills. So hard to say. It depends where they go in and programmatically what list they get put into.
Dump them in the river or in the fire. And you're just playing with people's heads, you idiot.
Right back at you.
But a debuff isn't actually a buff with negative effect. It's a verb, which is to remove a buff. But language is fluid and it's been changed because people are idiots.
Please, kind stranger, wait. We are travelers in trouble.
What's the trouble? Pray tell.
We were attacked there, at the old outpost. Those dastardly brigands took all we had. Teach them a lesson, will ya? I'll stake my head there's only a few. A dozen at most. They'll likely scatter as soon as they lay eyes on you.
A dozen at most? They're not a man short of an army. This outpost is a tough nut to crack, my friends. I doubt you can take them single-handedly. You'll need my help.
You're blowing everything out of proportion, witch. Don't you listen to her. Sort out
Rude,
those
man.
robbers at the
This guy's
old
rude.
outpost and you'll see how generous I am. With gold, in case I wasn't being plain. And aside from the reward, I'll sing your praises to whoever will listen. Everyone will know who came to my aid.
He's hastening you along because he's in a rush to get his possessions back. He's in a big hurry. I know a ritual to summon mighty eagles. Help me complete the rite, and I'll
Mighty
help you
eagles.
take the outpost without spilling too much blood.
Attack now. It's as simple as that.
We must summon my eagles.
What about summoning some pigeons? They're about to...
There's a power out, which is attack at Vincent's advice. I'm taking the power outs. Which is the finesse one. I'm going to attack at Vince's advice. I do want eagles.
Right back at you.
Why didn't we visit that? I don't know. We'll get there. I keep getting sidetracked on the map when I'm trying to go anywhere.
Is that the Scryer? Here of all places?
What's Scryer? And is there loot in the forest? There's always loot in the forest. There's combat down there too. That's good. But 5 arcane knowledge is huge, and that's permanent. So we've gained 10 arcane knowledge from shrines in the around this village. It's gone from 8 to 18. Not bad, since we're going a completely no magic route. Is that the dude that pointed at us and got us arrested? It is. You got me arrested, dude. Attention, the manor well is not to be used under any circumstance. This facility is closed to the public until the end of the proceedings. Intruders will be transformed into Illyrian chicks. Oh, they're the green chickens. For no fewer than 3 days. By direction of... That dude in town was wondering where the Illyrian chickens came from. I think we may have captured our villagers to go in his stew. It's kind of funny. Alright. If you eat a human that has been turned into a chicken by a mage, are you a cannibal? Discuss.
You,
That's not important right now.
Have a look around. What's this? Some kind of black sorcery? If only it was sorcery. Magic uses mana, the elements. This, however, this is the void, the blight. Our world is thinning. Hold up a tick. You brought me here. Why? What do you want me to do? I will open the entrance. The souls of ancient warriors are already doing battle against the void. You shall lead them. You want me to fight against the blight? But how? The great warriors of the past are still alive in the memory of the world. They left a great mark in its history. I can summon them in the astral plane, and you will give them life and lead them into battle. The great warriors of the past? Who exactly? The subterranean king, Dimir. He's mobilizing dwarven regiments against the blight in another dimension. Once he moved to the south of Nostria, and now he protects the kingdom. Go and you will see.
Another quest. Oh, we're gonna go through here. This. Okay. The Squire's Trial. Squire's Trial? Let's do it. I wonder if we got a fourth character coming. Like, this is a power character and we've got power troops. There's an order and a finesse one. Whoa. But there's anarchy as an option. Will there be an anarchy hero? That's a lot of troops. Why do I only have one crossbowman? And... wait, why do I have... oh, I get to play as Dimir. Okay. This is strange. We have 6 militiamen, a heavy crossbowman, 4 flamethrowers, and another 8 militiamen in 2 sets. Okay. How many hit points do the void ones have? Baby Tech, you've just listed the same example twice there. No, in 2 it's also a verb. The action of removing something. So for a debuff to be a noun, it would have to be something that is on you. Like if I buff you with fire weakness, and so you have for 10 minutes a fire weakness, that fire weakness debuff is the noun. But removing it, a buff, like fire resistance, that's a verb. No, but both of your examples are exactly the same. Removing something and deactivating stuff is both a verb. They're both got 126. Whoa, this guy's got 258. He's got 4 of them. So they're the biggest ones. Ah. Flamethrowers. I like. Oh wait, does anyone have fire? I think I can see it from... it's probably easier to see it in combat to see if anyone's got fire. What are these passives? Morale is always neutral. Deals 50 more damage to giant enemies. Yeah, so that's right. They're the same thing. In one, you're activating something, like putting a buff on something, and deactivating it, like debuffing. And in two, you're removing that thing, the same as if you had applied it. So if you put a louse on something, you're lousing someone. And if you delouse them, you're removing the louse, like applying a buff or removing a buff. So you've just used the same example, but given two of them. That's why I said to have a different example would be where you use the debuff as the presence of a debuff. So having frailty applied to you, you buff someone with frailty, and the presence of frailty on them is having a debuff applied to them. It's all right, Keisechi. Yeah, so the presence of a debuff is the noun, but deactivating or removing is both a verb.